Hi everybody and welcome back to the Ask Colm and Jane show. As you can see, it's not Colm and Jane today. For any of you non-members of Me Time Training, Shauna is the manager here, and today our whole concept is around fitness instructors, putting them on pedestals and that belief system that fitness instructors don't get it. So today we're going to learn a lot about myself and Shauna's journey in the fitness industry and the belief systems that we tell ourselves and the belief system that a lot of people have versus actual reality. So welcome, Shauna.
Thank you.
So Shauna's first time on here, so I suppose just opening up that conversation. For me personally, pre me actually working in the fitness industry, I would have had that exact concept of I really wanted to be a fitness instructor. I thought I had a really good passion for it, but one of my biggest obstacles was that I thought unless I ate, drank and slept fitness, trained 7 days a week, ate chicken and broccoli, there was no room for me in the fitness industry. So I suppose for me, starting off with that idea in my head, automatically I kind of second guessed I felt that I probably wasn't going to be the best fitness instructor. And the more I worked in the industry, the more I realised some of the best fitness instructors out there are the ones that actually adapt to every single individual, from the person that never done fitness to somebody that's maybe competing at a high level. And I suppose for you, just tell people a bit about where you started. You probably came from the complete opposite end and just where you're at today.
Yeah, so exactly, I would have started kind of like with playing football and stuff like that. I was the same, as in like everyone, to me, you had to be fit and you had this, it was just fit, and you were training. I was training with so many fit people as well that when I went to do my qualification and stuff, I was the exact same. I was like, oh, you have to have abs and it's chicken and broccoli all day and it's like carb loading and carb cycling and all this crazy stuff. Whereas now, the more I've worked in the industry and the more I've learned working in, going from the commercial end of things to coming in here and working with the newbies coming in the door, you kind of get to, you just learn so much more. And I actually have a bigger passion now, whereas I would have gone from like love that fit person coming in because you could really push them, whereas now I rather like train that person that needs that little bit more attention, that they're brand new to fitness, because you get so much more rewards out of they gain so much more from you helping them out, I feel like.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it's funny how your mind shifted there, and I suppose we talked about this before about probably the reason why when you got into the fitness industry, and I would have been the exact same, you would have been naturally a leader, say within your football or your sporting background, because like from as long as I know you would have been playing inter-county football, you would have been competing, it would have been all high level end of things. So that's a challenge for a fitness instructor.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the fact that the more people get educated on what the individual want themselves, like how many people do we get in here and they're saying, I previously was at a gym and I was doing X, Y and Z. Did you want that? Was that the goal you wanted? No. Why were you doing it? Because that's what the instructor loves. So sometimes as instructors we tend to do what we want to do rather than what the individual want.
And I think like with the fitness industry at the minute is saturated with between like social media and the things, with it's kind of the thing like people enjoy training and think okay, I want to be a PT. And then it also it's popular, it's the done thing, like I'll go and get a PT, and like like that, and it's, as you're saying, like they're doing what the trainer wants to do. So it's like me, okay, I like doing strength training for football. Okay, if I take someone in, like I'm going to make you do this, but your goals don't align with that training. But people don't understand that, because they say newbies that go and they get a PT or they do something like that, they don't understand because they've no background, they've no knowledge. They think that this PT or the trainer or whoever's training them is God, because they know exactly what they're doing, whereas that's not always the case.
Definitely
not always the case. So,
but I think, does that boil back to I suppose your belief system when you start off as in the fitness industry versus what you learn as you grow and the more you actually understand? There is some people that have a niche and they only work with, say, football. There's a lot of people like that, but I think the best instructors out there, and being in the industry for so long, some of the best instructors that I've seen is the ones that adapt to every single person and actually listen to their goals. And that's what I think is the most important thing. But I think that brings it back to, you touched based on it there, and social media has a huge impact, and like you said, flooded the fitness industry with totally different types of trainers out there. But I think we'll talk a bit about the difference in a fitness instructor that has passion for people getting results versus the fitness instructors maybe that have a passion for the image and the influence, like, you know, and a social media and the things, and the identity of saying I'm a fitness instructor.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Do you find there's a big gap there between passion and image?
Definitely, yeah. And like I think you can always tell the instructors that are genuinely passionate about getting that person from A to B, where their goals are at, as opposed to the person that it's all about image. And sometimes it comes down to like a money thing as well, and you know, like the more followers I have, the better I look, the more people are going to want to come and train with me, but they might not necessarily be the best person to get them where they need to go.
Exactly.
And like that as well, like some people, like those type of people I think as well are very good at, okay, no, you need to work these muscle groups, you need to do this, you need to squat heavy, blah blah, do all that kind of thing. But that person mightn't necessarily be there in their head to be fit to do it. Like, it comes back to a mindset thing as well, I think. And like, whereas the person that's really trying to focus on someone to get them to their goals, like we were talking about earlier, how some people think they have to go, they're not willing to do the work between A and B. They just want to get to B before they even have the foundation levels of working at like A and getting there. As in, like we were saying about how like someone going out 3 times a week and doing a 20-minute walk is getting them there, but they think they need to be running before they can actually walk. You know,
exactly. So. And it's just peeling all them layers back. Definitely. Like, you don't have to be bloody squatting heavy or doing 4 HIIT classes a week. Like you said there, even starting off with that 20-minute walk is like, sometimes people, like you said, they want to nearly get to running a marathon before they go for a 20-minute walk. Exactly. So they don't bother doing anything. So I think, like, as fitness instructors, that's kind of part of our role, to go, it's okay that you're not, like, the amount of consultations both me and you have went through, that people are going, so I only have to train 3 times a week and for 45 minutes. Like,
there's like the shock. Some people are kind of like,
but is that the message that fitness is a lot through social media? A lot of it is well, I suppose pre-social media, like, you know, when I was going in school and that, fitness wasn't a big thing in the social media and the things, but in fitness it wasn't a trend like it is now. But yet our idea of putting fitness instructors, and it was probably the norm, that my belief system told me that I have to give up my lifestyle that I love and have a balanced lifestyle if I want to do that. And I think that's a big thing. And then at the end of the day, are people going to open up to that type of person? Especially for the people that we work with, that, you know, on a day-to-day basis, we have a lot of customers that come in here and are completely new to exercise. That can be quite intimidating, and that feeling of, I'm not going to be fit to do it, and what if I'm the only one that can't? Do you know what I mean? So that kind of whole area comes. But it brings back, and you've touched base on this slightly, what I didn't realise, and I suppose the longer I'm in the industry I've realised, is that, like, when we were studying, it was a lot about muscle groups, it was a lot about, you know, the right exercise to do, and it's so important. But a lot of it, what I didn't realise, was that nobody really talked about the person that just wants to exercise for fun. Yeah, exactly. And I know, you know, I said that to somebody lately, and they were laughing at me, and they were like, my idea of fun and your idea of fun is completely different. But as in the mindset and the things, and I think especially coming from a footballing background, from kind of someone who likes to train at a high level, that whole mindset, even for fitness instructors, it's mind blowing the amount of fitness instructors that doesn't look after their mental health. And like, mental exercise is just as important now as physical exercise. What do you feel about that? Like,
I definitely, like, when you're getting educated on how to train people and stuff like that, like, as you were saying, like, you're given the building blocks about form and about what exercises work with muscle groups and stuff like that, but it's like you're not given the tools to help someone in their head, and like, you know, as in even like just of how, when you're doing a consultation with them, even of like explaining to them, like, I think sometimes, and that was a big thing with me when I first started training people, like, I went from the commercial end of things, and I was like going into a class and hammering people out of it and going, pat myself on the back, oh geez, you did a good job there, because they're all dead. But then you could, when you peel it back, like, some of them were probably, because you didn't know who was coming into your class, you just begin rocking up into your class, and you're kind of like, you know, you didn't even go and have a chat with them to see
so
where
you didn't
they're
have
at.
that
So
kind of relationship connection with each individual to get to their needs.
Definitely. And then we're going working in here and then coming in and talking to people. The fact that you're sitting down in a consultation with them and being like, okay, what's your where have you come from is I think is the biggest one. As in, are they complete beginner, have they done a bit, do they hate exercise because maybe they've went and done the PT thing, or they've done the classes, or they've done the commercial gym, where they have such a bad relationship with exercise, which I hate because I love exercise so much that I can't understand people. I couldn't understand people, but then when you start talking to people and you're like, okay, now I get it, now I understand, because they're going from. So I think that's a big thing, and it's a big thing even in here. Sometimes you can see people and they're having an off day, we just let them do it and get through it, because they're just here to get out of their head and train, which is, I think, is a big thing too, and not going around being an army sergeant
all the time.
at them.
But it's about, I suppose it's about them different teaching styles, and that's what it goes back to, and what may be right for you may not be right for the person beside them, and I think that's a big thing. I suppose the day-to-day life of a fitness instructor, like even I look, that coffee's never any more than arm reach away from Shauna, and it's a big issue in the fitness industry, but it's because the energy and enthusiasm that you give to people that, like, we have to give that, and when you've passion for it you can give it a lot easier than, you know, but that whole, you know, keeping up with, like, every fitness instructor that you talk to has a coffee cup in their hand. I know it's a trend all around, but in the fitness industry it's actually becoming nearly a problem, where only for, I don't know if a lot of the fitness industry, people in the fitness industry could even do their job because of it, and the burnout that people have. So even just, you know, nobody sees that. I find nobody sees that end of being a fitness instructor, that it is high energy, it is quite on the go, and our biggest challenge as fitness instructors is to actually do the complete opposite, and that's to unwind. Do you find that's a big...
Oh, definitely. Like, I remember the very first day I rocked up to the first gym I worked in, and it was cans of Monster, and I'd never had, there was a vending machine there, so I'd never had a can of Monster in my life, and one of the guys just said to me, caffeine's going to be your best friend, and I was kind of going, oh, I like a coffee or whatever, but it was because you do get dependent on it sometimes, and then you all slag me about, like, I'm weaning myself off or whatever, but you can get too dependent on it, but it is because you're up early, you're like on the go straight away, and then, like, as you're saying, like, it's energy, you're giving people all the energy you have to motivate them to get through the class, and it's just like that. But like, you can get dependent on it, but, like, you know, I think as well, as you're saying about unwinding, I would find that as well, like, after in the evening shift and stuff, because you've been on, it takes you that little bit longer to get to wind down, to get to sleep, because you're up there and you're kind of buzzing with people, and it's good, like, it's good, you're having to crack with them as well, and, you know, it is like, it's a great thing to be fit to go down and do that on the floor, and, you know, on the energy levels and stuff like that is great.
But I do think it is, like, I suppose the whole idea of this is kind of, you know, what would fitness instructors know about having struggles or committing to exercise or enjoying exercise, and it's about taking fitness instructors off that pedestal and actually finding that relationship with fitness instructors, that they're approachable, that it's like, we have our struggles as well, you know, the energy being one of them, and, like, when I think back when Colm and I first opened Me Time Training and going home during our split shifts, I never unwinded. Sure, I was more time sick than I was anything else, and I had to actually teach myself to unwind. So, like, as much as, we might say exercise is part of our weekly routine, we still have the weeks where we have to drag ourselves to exercise. We don't wake up going, I can't wait to eat healthy today. Like, we have to prep foods. There's days that we have off days. But I think that's what makes the difference between just a fitness instructor and somebody who's actually approachable, and you can actually get better real results from.
Like, I find that, like, with, you know, even with some of my family and some of the football girls and stuff like that, they'd be like, oh, you're in the gym all the time, and you're like, yeah, but I'm not in the gym training 24/7 myself. Like, I have to work on it too, and there's days where you're coming in and you're like, it's like me and my split shift, sometimes I'm like, oh, something bother, but you have to, sometimes you just need that little bit of motivation to make yourself do it. Like, everyone's the same, we're all programmed the same. You're going to have your off days, then there's going to be weeks that you're going to smash it out as well. Like, you know, there is a bit of give and take, but everybody is the exact same, and, like, we find that with the members in here, they're like that with us too. They're like, oh, sure, burpees, you love that. You know, but it's, we all, like, you know, if you have to do a burpee,
so it's just, I think it's about shifting the mindset is a big thing, and that's breaking that stigma that fitness instructors don't get it. Fitness instructors naturally love exercise. absolutely, like, it's a lifestyle thing, but also when you know the benefits of it, I think that makes it a lot easier when you can actually see the benefits and say, well, I've noticed it, now I can inspire and help other people to do the exact same at a level that's sustainable and not something that's like too high a level to even get started, that you don't end up don't do anything. If you kind of, in regards to motivation, what helps you with motivation?
I think a big one is, for me, if I don't have a goal, I'm straight away, I'm like, oh, you know, my training slides, so I need to have a goal and go, okay, even if it's something small as like at the minute I'm like, right, I want to get my 5k time down because we're in the off season for football, so I have a bit more time to run. So that's a little thing that I'm doing at the minute. But it's just like, you know, I think for me as well, like when football winds down, I'm like, oh, right, okay, I need to
lost.
I like, there's like a brief like 2 or 3 weeks where I was kind of like, okay, I need to, what do I do now? And that was me, just set a simple little goal like that.
Setting a goal.
But it's definitely, I think it's a big thing, and even with the members and stuff in here, you know, with doing the way we do their consultations, like if they're not being at the consultations every 6 weeks, so you can see with them that they get demotivated quite quickly because they don't. But I think it's important for everybody to have a goal. Like, you need to have a goal to focus your training on. But then again, like, it doesn't have to be like a marathon or something. It's just a small little goal. By like 6 weeks, I want to be like little things like I would try and have them, like, if it's a small step, you're jumping on that in 6 weeks time, right, you're going to be in that medium step. Little small things like that. It doesn't have to be crazy stuff, but just small things to kind of keep you ticking over.
Definitely.
And, you know,
and I think it's funny because I started kind of in the fitness industry where it was all about like the whole kind of, because I went through the weight loss journey, I suppose for me it was like, shit, I can't lose this now. If I, you know, that was kind of my holding on to. If I stop training now, my weight's going to go back on. It was a big fear for me. And I suppose over the years, and the more I learned about myself, and I knew I would hope that I'll never go back there. And that's a lifestyle that I've changed. But for me now, it's completely like, Colm will easily tell you how reactive I can be when I'm not exercising. And still, as a fitness instructor who, you know, is working in the industry, if I don't train, my mindset completely shifts. I'm not the person I can be. I'm not the best version of myself, and it just, like, I completely change. I find day-to-day struggles really big by not doing it, and I think that's a huge one for
like for me. Even like, the biggest benefit for training for me, it's headspace. It's not fitness levels. It's not anything like that. It's, you know, you get out of your own head when you do a training session. I mean, even if it is, as we were saying, going for your walk, it doesn't have to be burpees 24/7. You know, it doesn't have to be that high, as long as it's something when you're just moving, you know what I mean? But like, definitely, I think that's a big thing with training. Like, it's like, you're never going to feel bad after a training session.
Definitely
like not. You could be having the worst day, you're always going to feel better. You coming in going like, oh, I can't be bothered today, but you always feel that bit better, you know? Yeah,
definitely. And I think attaching your emotions to when the exercise is over rather than during it is a big one. Because if you were to think about during it, nobody would exercise. But if you'd attach your emotions to actually whenever you're finished.
At the end,
I think the key point here, guys, is take fitness instructors off pedestals. We're all human, and it's just about adapting to each individual is key. Thanks very much. Well done.
3 quick questions. Which of us is better crack, me or Jane?
No comment.
Answer those.
No comment. No comment.
Which of us is better crack? Right. Which of us is better looking?
Oh God, Jane.
Who do you learn more from, me or Jane?
Oh, 50-50. I'm not answering that one.
Right, John shop for chicken fillet rolls.